Welcome to the Creating Powerful Impact podcast, where we look at behind the scenes of why and how leaders are making an impact and how you can too. I'm Shay Wheat, the founder and CEO of Grace and Ease Productions and the host of Creating Powerful Impact podcast. We support 6, 7, and 8-figure speakers, coaches, and expert thought leaders in creating powerful and profitable live and virtual live events. Our clients have made over $25 million in revenue, gained over 3,700 new clients, and changed the lives of over 29,000 attendees with events as few as 50 people and over 4,000 in attendance. So stick around to the end of the show where we'll reveal how you can be a next guest in just 15 to 20 minutes. Let's go. Beautiful. I'm so excited to be with you today because today we have the amazing, fabulous, outstanding Sheri Michele, who is a leadership and business expert, as well as the CEO and founder of Sudden Success Business Solutions. So please help me welcome to the stage the amazing Sheri Michele. What's up, girl?
Hi. Hey, girl. I am so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. Oh my gosh. We have so many things to talk about today, and I know it's going to be just diamond dropping. People get ready to take some notes because this lady has some golden nuggets to share with you today. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yes, I'm excited too. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me, Shay.
Absolutely. So what we want to do is, just really high level, please share a little bit about, who it is that you are, what it is that you do, and how are you actually looking to create an impact and currently creating an impact in the world today?
So I am Sheri Michele, if you guys didn't hear. I am founder and CEO of Sudden Success Business Solutions. So we have two markets, actually. We help entrepreneurs who are just getting started, so they have no idea what they're doing. So we help them get their business life in order, and we get them to the point where their business is up and running and fundable, so banks will actually want to look at them. And then we set them up to the path of scaling. And then for our second market, we actually have those entrepreneurs who are ready to scale, and we help them find the teams that they need to not only scale their businesses, but also get sleep and showers again.
Right? Because as an entrepreneur, that's probably the first thing is you wear all the hats until you can get to the point where you're bringing on team and you're looking to scale and leverage what it is you're doing. You're doing everything in the beginning.
Yes, I think when people say booked and busy, I also think ... brain dead.
Yes. Well, and I think there's even, and correct me if I'm wrong from your perspective, but there's probably different levels of scaling your business as well, right? So when you're first starting out, to maybe you have some team members to you have quite a few team members, there's probably different levels of scaling. Do you see that?
Absolutely. So a lot of the first question I get asked when I tell people that I help them find help with their companies is, well, when do I need to get help? And I'm like, as soon as you start.
Yeah.
The faster you can duplicate yourself, the faster you can create a mini you, the faster your company grows. And a lot of us go through a lot of changes in our businesses before we even realize that point. And the people who scale and succeed faster are the people who add teams faster.
So it's kind of like taking the things off of your plate that are no longer bringing in the income or don't necessarily have the expertise that you have. So you take it off of your plate, have somebody else handle it so you can focus on the things that are actually driving the business forward.
Yes. So one of my mottos is that a CEO has 3 jobs. Number 1 is the vision. You are the visionary of your company, right? And then number 2, you are to find the people who can bring the vision to life. So that's where your teammates come in. They're the people who do the job that you can't do or they are not your forte. So instead of you learning social media and putting it off for 6 weeks because you don't understand, you can take 2 weeks, hire somebody to do it, and then your social media can grow in that time frame where you'll just be twiddling your thumbs saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, that's number 2. You find the people who you need to bring that vision to life. And then number 3, you find the money to pay them. So that could be going out to get loans. That could be sponsorships, grants, partnerships. I love partnerships. Love collaboration.
Yeah, so you bring up a good point there. So the vision, you have to have the vision. You're the CEO. You have to find the people who can, take things off of your plate and then bring that vision to life. And then 3 is you find the money to pay them. And I see a lot of, my 5, 6, 7-figure business owners are like, wait, I have to have the money first in order to then figure out who I need to bring on so then I can make these things happen. You're saying it's the reverse.
Have the people first. And you have the money. You have the money.
You have the money.
You have the money. So I deal a lot with virtual staff. So of course, a lot of my virtual staff is overseas, and their economy is different from our economy. So for the price of Starbucks and probably a shopping habit, you can have somebody growing your company. So it's not so much that you have to go find the money. It's kind of sort of, you have to put your CEO big girl, big boy pants on, and you have to say, what can I cut out to where I can afford to help to really grow my business?
Yeah. Okay. So walk us through this, right? So, and pull upon whatever expertise you have, either of clients or yourself. When you're starting out, you're, at level 1, phase 1, whatever you want to call it, it's you and the business. You start to make some money, you start getting, market research, you start getting some clients. And then is it time to start bringing on a client? So it's like, what are the challenges that are coming up? When do you start to feel the constraint? And when do you know that it's like, okay, now it's time to bring on a VA, or, now that I have a VA, I need to find funding, or talk us through those challenges that you see business owners having.
So one of, there's two different markets. So there's the business owners who are still in their 9 to 5, and there's the business owners who aren't. Both of them have unique challenges. So I want to touch on both. If you're in your 9 to 5, a virtual assistant is immediately needed, and they're immediately needed on both ends, but I will explain on both. So for the 9 to 5er, you're giving away a lot of the time, and one of the biggest problems that you guys have is that you feel that you're giving your employer all of your time when you want to be working in your business. So if you hire a virtual assistant, and for a couple of weeks, that 5 to 9 time that everybody be talking about, you're spending that time training your virtual assistant to do the daily operations of your business. While you're at your 9 to 5, they can be working your business 9 to 5 and growing it for you. Hence, you're duplicated. And then on the flip side, for the entrepreneurs who are not working, of course, you still have to live. So this is where you kind of get your hustle shoes on, and you create a budget, and you say a person is needed in this budget. Because let me tell you, when I was completely overbooked and overwhelmed when I finally hired virtual assistants. Like, I was working from 5 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Sunday, and my to-do list kept growing. So it was of an immediate need for me to hire when I finally decided to. So I want to get people out of the habit of doing that, because I was completely I was starting to resent my business. I'll put it to you like that. And I know it's a lot of people out there that can feel me on that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there'll probably always be moments of resenting your business and why in the world am I doing this? Why is it that comes up? I think that's just a cycle of just entrepreneurship. But I'm curious, for those people that are probably going, okay, yeah, I get it, Sheri, but like, what do I don't even know if I can give them these things off of my plate, because I have to touch it. I have to be able to answer it. And if I'm having to train somebody else to do it, I might as well just do it on my own. What would you say to something like that?
Training lasts a little bit. Training lasts for a couple of weeks, but you not doing it lasts after that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do 2 weeks of training and never have to touch a task again. I have not answered the phone for my business in 2 years.
Right.
That was the first thing I wanted to give away. So I was like, I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to be stuck here. So let me give that up. I haven't answered the phone in 2 years. I was out sick for a whole month in December, and my company still had a 5-figure month, even with me completely not touching it. So
I think that's the true marker of having a business that is scalable. You as a CEO walk away for a month and the business still brings in income and still supports your clients and still, has a presence out there in the world. It's because you've set up the systems, you've set up the team in order to now be scaled, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The teamwork is what makes the dream work. Like, there's no I in team. That's for sports. That's for business. That's for partnership. That's for child raising. Like, it takes a village to do it all, people.
Right. I was I'm in a mastermind and we were talking about this actual subject is, what are all the different things that you do in a day? And I'm sure this is probably an exercise that you take your people through is like, what did you do this last month? What are all the to-dos that you did? Now, what is it that is something that you can give to somebody else? And how many hours are you then gaining back? Is that kind of like an exercise that you would recommend people do to kind of go through of like, oh yeah, I can actually give away 8 hours of work and have a part-time VA just to start out?
Absolutely. I recommend part-time. If you're scared for the full time, go part time. That's perfectly fine. But the whole point is start to give things away. A lot of people also have I have a client, and this is one of the things that I hear so often in my consultation calls. Well, I don't give it away because what if they can't do it like me?
Yes, it's true. We all think this.
But nobody ever thinks, what if they can do it better than you?
Oh, I told you guys, dropping diamonds. What if they could do it better than you? Ooh. Okay, keep going.
My team, there are some things that my team, like my graphic designer, bless her heart, there's no way I could be learning graphics for 2 years and I cannot come up with the things that she does.
Mm-hmm.
Her work is fire. Like I can't even look at flyers the same way because I know what they're capable of. Like my operations manager, she is so organized. I could never.
Let's be real. Okay. Entrepreneurs, we know that there's the visionaries, and as the visionary, you've got the vision and you're going, okay, this is what I want to do with it. And it's not necessarily the ones that go, okay, in order to do that, you've got to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and this is how we're going to break it down. And within that, there's all of these other nuances that need to happen. We just go, well, what? I just want this to happen. Make it happen.
Right, but there's so much other stuff that have to happen back of house to make this product. Like, yes. People don't understand what, like, course creation, for instance. People just think, okay, I record some videos and then I put it on the platform. No, you got to do market research. You have to do polls. You have to make sure that the coloring scheme is right for the audience you're trying to go for. You have to like research to make sure that what you're putting out is what people actually want. Like, there's a whole process. Yes. And then after you do all of that, you have to market it, and that's a whole process. And so
it's like you having little experts on your team that can do it better than you. That's what we're looking to utilize when we're scaling our business and we're bringing in virtual assistants or we're bringing in part-time people, is outsourcing it, but they become a part of your team to love on your clients, just maybe even that much more than you could do on your own.
I look at so, and one of the things I always tell my clients is look at your business as a corporation. Look at it just like Walmart. Look at it just like Amazon. Look at it just like any other corporation. If you go into Walmart, have you ever gone to the cash register and a Walton was there to serve you?
True.
Never.
Yeah.
You're never going to see a Walton in Walmart, but they make millions of dollars a minute with other people running their company.
Yeah.
Same for Fenty with Rihanna. Rihanna shows up for the grand opening and that's it. She's gone. Goodbye. She does a commercial. She might do a video on Instagram, and that's about as close as you get to her. Okay. But Fenty has she has even used Instagram models to spread her brand. It's the most brilliant marketing I've ever seen.
Right.
Absolutely. And it's so inclusive. I love Rihanna. So fun fact about Sheri. If I could pick any celebrity to hang out with for a weekend, it would be Rihanna.
I love it. All right, Rihanna, if you're listening, we've got somebody who wants to hang out with you. No, or anybody has a contact for Rihanna. Well, let's dive into, some of the, like, what are the behind the scenes? Like, we've got the challenges. We know we need to be hiring team. We know we need this in order to scale. We need support in order for us to gain more clients. What are some of the next steps that we can kind of support people with that are going, okay, I get it, Sheri, I have to bring on team in order to scale. Now what do I do? I know it. Now what do I do?
I don't even want people to think I have to bring on a team to be able to scale, even though that's part of it. I want you to be free in your business again. Like, I don't want you to have to you're creating a job for yourself.
Yeah.
So if you have to answer the phone, you have to do all the orders, you have to go to the post office, you have to, if you're the graphic person, the accountant, the bookkeeper, the janitor, all of that, you created 22 jobs for yourself instead of a business.
Yes.
So I want you to free yourself. Listen to me, free. I get to sleep 8 hours a night because I have a team that does things. I get to actually be present at birthday parties, not answering emails and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
The whole reason that you started a business, and I know it's not to work to death, and I know a lot of us CEOs, we are workaholics because we just love what we do, and it's not work for us. It's because we've taken, so here's the gem. The people who are the happiest with their companies are the people who have figured out what part of their company that they work, that's their vision and their passion, and they just do that.
Yep.
Exactly. And they outsource everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's absolutely true. You're the talent, you're the one up on stage, you're the one that's connecting with your audience. You shouldn't necessarily be the one that's sending out the emails and making sure the funnel is set up and you have your sales pages and, is this graphic done properly, or, answering fulfillment questions in the email, the support email, right? You can have team support you in handling those details so you can do what you do best and get your clients crazy awesome results and bring in new clients as well.
Absolutely. So the first thing I would tell anybody to do is I want you to journal. So you have 2 questions to ask yourself. The first question is, what does your freedom look like? What does your life look like with the freedom that you will give yourself in your business if you hire? What vacations are you going to take? What is your morning routine look like? My morning routine, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I go to the gym. I come back. I sit in my sauna and read a book. And it's a personal sauna that I got from Amazon, y'all. It was $100. Okay? It's just a little thing. I don't want y'all to be like, okay, she's no, it's $100. So I sit in my sauna. I read my book. I get to meditate. And then I go, enjoy a shower, get dressed, and then I get the day started. That's my me time. So what does your me time look like? What do your vacations look like? What kind of revenue are you bringing in that you can enjoy that life? And then question number 2, what does your business look like with that team? what kind of team do you have?
Mm.
I'm all about manifesting things. So write it out. It's people that you want to work with, you find joyful working with, they're very knowledgeable in what they do. How do they help your business grow? Who are these people?
Mm-hmm.
What did they enjoy doing? How do y'all get along? How are they your yin to your yang? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
and how do
exactly.
you support each other, and how do you build that passion in them to want to help grow your company? So those are the two homework assignments that's going to have you like, okay, now I'm ready for a thing. Because once you see that on paper and you read it and you really have to think about it, it's just going to be like, okay, what's the next step?
Yep.
Who
Yeah. Who's my next support person? And then we also get to find the money to support them in taking these things off of your plate, right? Because if we also look at it from the perspective of, if I'm, let's say $500 an hour, and I'm doing a task that's $15 an hour, is that the best use of my time? Right? And you as a CEO deserve to be thinking from that perspective. And the same thing goes for, our business owners that are on the line here and they're looking at, scaling from 6 figures to 7 figures. That's even more reason to take a look at bringing on additional support and taking those tasks off of your list as well, which I love that you're talking about, Sheri. Thank you.
Absolutely. There's less than 1% of 7-figure earners that do everything by themselves. And most of them were given that. They didn't earn it.
I mean,
they inherited it.
all of our event clients all have team. There's a reason, because it's a system and their team is able to take things off of their plate and probably do it better than the CEO. And the CEO deserves to show up, find the clients, get them crazy awesome results, and keep driving the business forward. So I love this. I love this conversation. You've given them amazing next steps, but I want to make sure that if there was a way that people were like, okay, I get it, I did my homework, now what is my next step? Like, how do they best get in touch with you so that you can support them in those next best steps?
Absolutely. So as a freebie, we're going to be giving away the reasons why hiring is important. So I have an ebook and it goes through all of the many different things, some of the stuff we've talked about today, and there's some extra little goodies in there as well. Also, if it is time for you to get your team, we would be happy to assist you with that. You can go to www.helpmefindava.com and fill out a little form, and my team will reach out to you and we will find the best teammate for you. We even do personality matches, so we make sure that you guys can work well together. And we go for long-term relationships so that you're not doing the spinning cycle of hiring people every 2 or 3 months. And we have a very, very deep vetting process so that we make sure that you're getting the right team member to help you scale your company.
That's super important, because you're spending, 8 hours a day with these team members. You want to make sure that they're a good company fit and a personality fit, and they're going to support you in moving forward. I love that. So we're definitely going to make sure that all of those links are in the show notes so that you can grab the ebook and you can go ahead and look at those next best steps for you. Any final thoughts and words to leave our audience with today?
Yes. Be wonderful, be gracious, give yourself grace, and happy money hunting.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Sheri Michele, for being with us today. I appreciate you, and I look forward to hearing you all on the next podcast. Until next time, have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening to the Creating Powerful Impact podcast. If you are a successful coach, speaker, author, or thought leader who would like to be on this program, simply visit creatingpowerfulimpact.com/guest. If you are someone who got something out of this interview, would you please do me a favor and share this episode on social media? Just do a quick screenshot with your phone and text it to a friend or post it on your socials. Also, if you know somebody that would be a great guest, tag them on social media to let them know about the show and include the hashtag creating powerful impact. I love seeing all of your posts and great guest selections. We are regularly putting out new episodes and content. To make sure you don't miss any episodes, go ahead and subscribe. Your thumbs up, ratings, and reviews go a long way to help promote the show, and they really mean a lot to me and my team. Want to know more about us? Head on over to our website, graceandeaseproductions.com, or follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. Just look for Grace and Ease Productions on your favorite platform. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.